Hello everybody. I know you can't see my face again because I had this all set up yesterday and the day before, and I'm just too lazy to try to fix it. So hello. So I do have, whoops, there we go with the sound again. Hey, I have been good with not having the sound on. Turn that off. Okay, so here I am. All right, sharing my little video with the world. Oh, I keep forgetting I have to change my personhood as to who I am sharing this as, or it does not allow me to share it on my personal page. So there's that. Where am I? All right. Okay, so oh, there's no picture of what I'm doing. There's just a picture of an old 1 second. Let me put my stuff here, because what happens is that Facebook chooses to put a picture to entice people to come on over. All right, so that's what I'm going to be working on. I got a scarf, I got a little bag, I got a sticky mat, and I got some summertime tattoos. I have some summertime transfers that I am going to be using. So there. Okay, so sharing now. Just a quick tutorial today. I'm holding on to summer. I want to hold on to summer a little bit longer. I can't believe that this is the last weekend in July. I mean, the summer, it's like flying by. Like it's crazy how it's flying by. And we haven't really done anything this summer. Oh, here I am. Okay. We haven't done much. Went to visit my sister. I talked about that the other day already. But we are not, my husband's business is so busy in the summer. He works for Ehrlich Pest Control, and everybody and their mother, you know, comes up or for vacations, or, you know, just home in their homes and their houses, and they just want my husband to come and take care of all of their bug situation. And we live in the woods, and there are a lot of bugs. So he is busy in the summertime. We did get, we are planning a little mini vacay, possibly in October, so we will see. Alrighty, my big old jug of water, trying to drink my good water, trying to be good, wah, wah, wah. Alrighty, I'm just moving my inks over here because my inks are awesome, and I want to use some fun, oh, okay, throw things at you now. I have red and purple, as my father-in-law would say, and yellow and black. I believe that those are all the inks I have. I have to restock on my inks. Hello, Jessica Wilson. How are you today? I'm holding on to summer, Jess. I'm holding on. I refuse to go to fall just yet. I'm holding out. So I'm inking some things that I picked up just because they're summery. That's what I want to do. So thank you for stopping by, darling. I hope everything is well by you. Have any great plans for the end of summer? I see that are you still in Lancaster? I think that you are. Jessica is Chalk Couture extraordinaire, using my New York accent. That was almost like a Boston accent, wasn't it? Okay, so I have this cool scarf, and it has these palm trees on them. So I have sunglasses with palm trees. So I'm going to put the sunglasses on here because I thought that it would look cute. Now, 4 of the scarves that I made using transfers came out amazing. One of them came out, needed to be donated to, like, you know, I don't know. It probably really shouldn't have even been donated, but it didn't come out very well. So I'm hoping that this is going to work out. Okay, I'm going to start with Hello Summer. And let me just go ahead and do the invite here, because now I can see that Chalk Couture, that Facebook has used the picture to show what I'm working on. We do have to play by the Facebook's rules. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. We have this love-hate relationship with the Facebook. it is what it is. I'm excited to start getting into the fall and holiday transfer fun. I have a ton of workshops that I'm working on putting together, which is going to be cool for anybody who's in the area. And I would love to have people come and participate in our workshops. That would be awesome sauce. Okay, one more invite and we are good to go. All right, so hello, Rochelle. Thank you for stopping by. So I do send out my invitations to sporadic people. If at any time you don't want to be invited to my lives, please just let me know and I will take you off the list. I want to respect everybody's privacy. I arbitrarily choose. There's no rhyme or reason. I just go through and invite a couple people. Sometimes it's what stands out are people that I have not seen at these lives in a while. So that's how I choose it. Sometimes I just go clickety click and see what happens. So this is Hello Summer. And I'm going to be adding this here. And the transfers that I'm using tonight are from our Chalk Couture club. All right. So Chalk Couture has a subscription club, which is really kind of cool. For 20 bucks, you get a transfer, 3 mini pastes, paste packets. Do I have the paste packets here? I thought I had one here. You get 3 different colors that work with the transfer that they send you. They come in these little packets. These are not samples. Hi, Renee. Thank you for stopping by. So these are not samples. This is a, we just call them a packet. And in here, you get enough paste to do at least one whole 8.5 by 11 and definitely more depending on the size. Obviously, the more open transfers use a little bit more paste, but you'll see when I work this project how little paste you use or ink. And the ink is the same process. You use very little. You put almost all of it back into the jar. So this really does go a long way. And so for $19.99 for a month, per month, you get the transfer, and it's an exclusive to the club, so nobody else can buy them. And you get 3 pastes, and you get a PDF, and you get access to the video that shows how to do it. And remember that these transfers are washable and reusable. So that makes it kind of cool that you can use the transfers over and over again on a variety of surfaces. I'm using ink. We have the paste. It goes on wood and fabric and glass and ceramic, just about any surface. The ink is made permanent when we heat seal it. The chalk can be made permanent with a sealant, or the cool thing is on 80% of surfaces, it dries to a hard finish. It will not scratch off, but it will wash off with water. So even though I said no holidays, I was practicing with this because this is a red with glitter in it, and I wanted to see how it was going to work and see how it dries completely hard. This is not going to come off unless I scratch it. But if I wanted to, I will just wash this off, and then I can use the surface over and over again. All right, and I could put this on stockings. I could put this on paper for a card. I could put this on so many different surfaces because that's the cool thing about Chalk Couture. So I have my yellow paste. I'm going to do Hello Summer in yellow because yellow is a cool summer color. I also upgraded my paddle. You see, I had my paddle last night because I'm not allowed to say that. Facebook will tag me, and then they will not show my video to people if I say that word, which I think is utterly ridiculous because it's a business. But if you would go ahead and do this for me, I would so appreciate it. Thank you. My little owl says hello. So go ahead and do that if you think there's anybody out there who might be interested in this little tutorial and in Chalk Couture. If you're watching me on YouTube or on my new website called thisliferedone.com, because these videos will be uploaded to there over time. It's a new baby site, so not everything is there, but eventually. And if you found me there, welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. Give me a little message. Let me know that you're here or that you watch the replay. Okay. So what I'm doing is just spreading the ink over the transfer. I do have the material attached to a little sticky board. This is one of Chalk Couture sticky boards. You can use any sticky board, but these are pretty much the same price as Amazon. And it holds the fabric still, and it also provides a barrier so that the paste, the ink doesn't go through onto the surface below. So if this was like a t-shirt that I was working on, I would put this sticky mat in between the t-shirt so that the ink wouldn't go through to the other side of the t-shirt. When we're working with ink, you want to try to stay in one direction. All right, it just works better that way. I am often a little heavy-handed. I'm still, you would think it's been a couple of months since I started this amazing adventure that is Chalk Couture, and sometimes I tend to be a little heavy on the ink. And with the paste, a little more paste is always good. A little less ink is always good. So that's kind of like the rule of thumb. So I'm putting almost all of that back in there. You see, we don't really use that much. And you take your transfer from the corner, work your way to the middle, and look how fun that is. It says, "Hello, Summer." I refuse to say goodbye to summer. Summer should stick around a little bit. But like I said, August is upon us, and August is really the time when people start talking about and thinking about their fall decorations and making things for fall. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I have some really awesome things coming up, projects and workshops, like I said, for fall. Lots of fun. All right, so now I have Hello Summer here, and this is not going to dry completely until I iron it. I'm going to blow dry it where it's going to dry it almost completely. It might be a little bit tacky, sticky, just a little bit. It is not made permanent until it's heat set with an iron or one of those heat presses. So, but this blow dryer will dry it enough that I could pull it up and I can work on it without being concerned that it's going to smear. Okay, I am digging the way this looks. I don't think this is going to go into the donate pile. I think this actually came out very cute. So I'm going to carefully remove it. And you can see the ink went through onto the mat, which is fine. That's what the mat is supposed to do. But now you can see what it looks like. That's what it's going to look like. How cute is that? I am just going to take a Lysol wipe. Lysol wipes are a Chalk Couture designer's best friend, almost. Right up there with our squeegees. Here's my mountain of squeegees. I have a squeegee issue. Hey, I like lots of squeegees. I cannot lie. Let's get out more. All right, so I'm just going to use this Lysol wipe. Doesn't have to be Lysol. These are dollar store ones, I think. Oh, no, I think I got those in Aldi's. Aldi's had them on sale for cheap. So we use the Lysol wipes to clean off the transfers, because it helps to keep the stickiness activated. But I can also use it here to clean off my sticky board. Now, yes, the sticky board is getting wet. No, this will not ruin it. I have done this and used this sticky mat dozens of times, cleaned it off the exact same way each time, and have not had an issue. I do have my transfer sitting in the water. I'm just giving it a quick swipe because I want to make sure that the ink does not dry in the transfer. That is something you don't want to happen with ink. It doesn't matter if the paste dries in the transfer. The paste is not going to ruin it, but the ink can really mess up your transfer if you let it dry in there. So keep a tub of water next to you when you're working with ink and swipe it off as soon as you can. I just want to make sure that's dry. You can see, look, it's still sticky. Still sticky. Okay. Oh, that's a little wet down there. Okay, one thing that Chalk Couture ink or paste do not work well with is water. So I'm going to make sure this is completely dry. All right. And I want to put sunglasses on this as well, because I thought how cute that would be to wear this little scarf with this celebration of summer on it. I thought that was going to look cute. So there we go. All right. Wonder if everybody is today. Well, you know, it is a Friday night. I was going to go to church tonight. They were having game night, and we were all set to go. My husband's not feeling well, so he stayed home. I had a headache myself, too, most of the day, but so we decided to stay home. Very excited to be involved with this church. We are working with other churches in the area to put on a concert at the end of the summer, and they got Josh Wilson to be at this concert. That is very cool. If you don't know who Josh Wilson is, look him up. He sings really great, positive, uplifting music, and I really enjoy his music, and I'm excited to be part of that. So now I put the glasses down. You can see this is a wider opening. Clearly, where the silk screen is that large, you're going to need a little bit more ink to cover that area. Now, do I want to do yellow? Oh, no, I think I want to do blue. This is blue. I don't have Couture teal. If I had the Couture teal, I would have used it. So here's the ink, and this is what the ink looks like. The ink does not dry out nearly as much as the paste. You can see it's kind of like almost like a thick gel. This one is a little bit different consistency than the paste. The paste is to have a consistency of yogurt. We have decided that it is Greek yogurt is what it looks like. So how's everybody doing with this end of the summer nonsense? Can you tell my disdain for the end of the summer? Makes me sad. Okay, so let me see if... Okay, who is that? Okay. Just want to check. My phone was making a weird noise, and I want to make sure that I was not missing something there. All right. Okay, where are we? Okay. Sorry about this interference here. Every once in a while it happens. I really need my phone to get its act together here. Okay. All right, okay. Sorry about that, a little distracted. Okay, it happens. Live TV, oh the joy. Okay, so I'm going to take the larger squeegee, even though this is called our small. This is the mini. This is the wedged one, and we also have this one, which is the big 4-inch squeegee, which works great with our large transfers. And so all of these tools are useful. What I like to do is if someone makes a purchase on my website to let me know, and I will send you a free squeegee. That's something that I do for my first time customers. If that's something that might interest you, you let me know. You place an order, just let me know. If you want to join my VIP group where I offer discounts, right now I have my $10 mystery box sale going on. Those are the items that I actually make in my lives that I'm doing mystery boxes, where you get at least $20 worth of product for 10 bucks. It's really considerably more as far as what I would charge to sell the products. And so that seems to be something that people were interested in. And I just mailed out the first set today. Okay, so you see how I'm just spreading the paste, the ink down, trying to stay in one direction. So I squish it down like that and then stand it up stiff so that I can scrape it through to cover the entire area of silkscreen. All right. Like I said before, the ink does not dry nearly as fast as the paste, so I'm okay for the most part. Not concerned about it drying. The paste, you know, it dries within maybe 30-40 seconds. It starts to dry, and so a little bit more of a time constraint, but it's really not difficult at all. I'm missing that little piece. No. See, I didn't put my blue tape down there. And I I use painter's tape around the perimeter of the transfers that don't have a lot of leeway. And of course, I thought I had this one over in control. All I'm doing now is making sure that it's completely covered and that it's nice and even and that I don't have lines. All right, so, and you want to make sure that you don't have ink on your hands when you go back to do your work, because I've done that too. All right, I'm putting that back. I did use more than I did on the other one. Obviously, this one's a small silk screen. This one's a little bit larger. Just making sure that there are no lines. And when I do this, I'm very lightly, I'm barely pressing down on the squeegee. I just want to get the lines out of it. All right. So putting the squeegee in the water, cover my ink. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to peel this off. Okay, it's not so imperative when you're working on fabric to pull it from the center, but for the most part, you really want to pull the transfer off of your surface from the center so that it's not being stretched. You can see there's a bias, and if it's stuck down, say on a piece of wood or glass, and you go to pull it off, you don't want to stretch it. Once the transfer stretches, you can't put it back because it is a fabric, and so it doesn't go back that easily. And again, this transfer that I'm using, both transfers that I'm using today are from our Chalk Couture subscription box. $20 gets you an 8.5 by 11 size B transfer, exclusive to the club, 3 pastes, and instructions, and free shipping. So it's just 20 bucks and then whatever tax your state happens to charge. Give me 1 second, I need to dry this. All right, I want to lift this off. Okay, it's not completely dry, but I certainly don't want to leave that ink sitting on there when I put the other layer on. So I'm going to dry this here. And this is a fairly thin material, so when I touch it, it's not wet, it's just a tiny bit tacky. Not unlike this scarf in general, it's just a little bit tacky, but tacky enough to be cool, in my opinion. All right, so carefully push that over to the side here. All right, and I'm going to wipe this off because all that ink is on there. Okay, I have this wipe that I used earlier, and look, comes right off. Not a problemo. Even if you get it on your hands, it washes off nicely. All right. Just want to make sure there's no color left, and there's not. Going to use a blow dryer to dry this off now. All right, that's dried off. I'm going to put this back on here. Look how cute that looks. I think it looks cute. What do you think? I think it looks really cute. All right. It actually looks like a bikini top, doesn't it? A little bit there, a little bit. Okay. I'm trying not to stretch it, just tapping it down gently because the fabric is really kind of loose on this. You can see up here, it kind of like went up a little bit as opposed to this side. That did not. Let's pull that up a little bit like that. I'm trying to make it even. It'll line up when I put the little palm trees onto the sunglasses. Okay, so this is called step 2. It's called the layered transfer. Okay, now I just want to put a little bit of lint on the back of this so that it doesn't stick super hard, especially on the little trees, because the trees are going to go onto the ink here, and I don't want to press so hard on it. I don't want it to be so sticky that when I peel it up, it pulls off the bottom layer. And so that's one of the secrets of working with the Chalk Couture is to not press so hard on the layer transfer that it becomes a problem pulling off the paste that's underneath. So you're only concerned about the perimeters, okay? And I'm really not pressing very hard on that. I'm really not. All right, so I want to use this green because those are green, and I thought it would be like matchy-matchy. Is that Cody still here? Hi, Cody. Glad you stopped by. Holding on to summer, my friend. That really should be the theme of the rest of this weekend. Holding on to summer. Because I can't believe that next week is August. Whatever. I suppose I'm going to have to face it. All right. So here's green. What the color is this? Is it green envy? What is this? I can't see. Meadow. This is meadow green. Okay. So now I'm just going to lightly go. Okay. Very lightly. I hope I did this right. I think I did. Oh, I think I did it backwards. The bottom was supposed to be green. The top was supposed to be blue. It's actually going to look kind of cool, though. I just realized that I did it backwards. The newer transfers that have layers like this are numbered. Yay for Chalk Couture for realizing that we need clear instructions. I should have done the green first, because you see the green in here where the transfer is, that's what's going to be, that's what's not being covered with the green. Interesting. I was not thinking that one through. Oh, well, what are you going to do? So now, I think it's going to be fine, though, because the trees are going to be the opposite of that. So I think that's going to work out just fine. Throwing that in the machine, in the water, taking it from here, and let's see what we got. Look at how cool that is. Come on, you know that that's cool. You know that's an awesome look. That is adorable. I am so loving that scarf. Just giving the transfer a quick wipe down here. All right. All right. So there's that one, number one. Hello Summer on a scarf. That is so adorable. All right, so I'm going to dry this up before I pull it off. And I think it goes with the colors really nicely. So. All right, going to gently peel this off. And like earlier, some of the green is left behind on my ink mat that I'm going to clean off in just a second. I really like that. I think it's very, very cute. Loving the way that looks. Oh my gosh. So what I will do with this, I do not have a heat press. I will take some parchment paper and I will put it actually under and over, because this is a very thin material and you want to make sure that you don't melt this thin material. And then I will just use a dry iron, moving it around for 4 minutes, and that's going to heat set this so I don't have to worry about it washing off in the wash. I really think that's adorable. Okay, I'm going to move this over here and do my second little project, which is a little mini messenger bag that is also in need of some summer embellishment. How cute is that? Okay, this is like a perfect little messenger bag to bring if you're going to a street fair where you don't want to have a pocketbook and it just goes across your chest and holds, like, you know, just your wallet. That's all it needs to hold. Your wallet, maybe a little bit of sunscreen, chapstick. That's all you need. I see Cody and Jennifer stop by. Hello, people. So glad you stopped by. Do you want to give me some thumbs ups and hearts to let me know that you're here? And then do this. I would appreciate it. Now, before I do that, what I want to do is I want to take my transfer out of the water, because I want to make sure that it's not going to get waterlogged. I don't like to leave my transfers in more than is necessary. And since I'm doing a second project, I'm just going to remove the transfer sections from the water here, and I'm going to show you how I take care of them. So I'm taking them out of the water. I've just wiped them down gently with a wipe, and it took the ink right off there. And I'm placing it on this towel These are like flour sack towels that I picked up at Walmart. I'm facing it with the ink side up. All right, you don't ever want to leave your transfers to dry ink side down, because then they will stick to whatever surface you, whatever towel you have them on. Now this transfer has been used a couple of times, so I want to make sure that I'm keeping the adhesive nice and activated in the weird way that the Chalk Couture transfers work. I'm at the bottom of this jar, and so I had to squeeze him out. So this is the sticky side. You see what I'm doing? Just giving it a slight wipe. You do not have to worry about getting all the lint off of there. All right, now this is the side that had the ink on it. The ink is gone. I'm just giving it a swipe. And then on the sticky side, just giving it a swipe. The lint that's on there, little pieces from when it was fuzzed in the past, is not going to make any difference in the usefulness of your transfer. Not everybody does this. I like to put them on back on when they're a little bit damp, especially if the transfers have been used a couple of times. I find that when I put them on there a little bit damp, it really keeps the adhesive going. All right. There we go. See, and it's taking off some of the lint that's there. That was actually a big old dog hair, because I got a dog and a cat, and the dog and the cat leave the hair everywhere. Yes, just saying. All right. So, quick swipe this way. Like I said, I'm not overly concerned about getting all the lint off of it. And then I'm going to put Hello Summer right back here. This is on the transfers backing, making sure that the shiny side is up, and this the back of your transfer sheet is marked back, so that you don't put your transfer back on the wrong side of the backing sheet, because that will really mess up your transfer. There's Charmaine, darling. How are you? Charmaine, do you want to see what I made? It came out so stinking cute. I can't even stand it. Give me 1 second. I'm holding on to summer every last bit that I can. I'll start fall stuff in August. I can't handle giving up summer just yet. All right, so, and I'm going to take this, and I was just saying how I like to put transfers that I've used a bunch of times. I will swipe them down with the wipe, and I'll leave it a little bit damp when I put it back on the paper, and I find that really extends the life of the transfer. Okay, so look what I did. Oh, darling, this is so, so cute. I'm so in love with this. I picked up this fun scarf that has palm trees and stuff on it. And look what I put on it. Oh my gosh, how adorable is that? It's so cute. I'm so in love with this scarf. I've done a couple of these now, and I just really am in love with them. I can't wait. I picked up some winter ones. Oh yeah, you know, I never loved summer. I was never a summer person. And I'm finding the older I get, the more I like summer. The more I can understand why people move down south. Did you get my post? I posted a question to you, Charmaine. Is Arkansas considered the South or Middle America? I don't know. I love this. I so love this. Okay, so that's what I did there. That's adorable. So now I'm going to be working on this little side pouch here that I picked up. And I was saying how perfect this is for like a fair, like a day fair or street fair or whatever. You can wear it you can wear it with this showing out, because then the zipper is facing against your body so people can't pick your pocket. That is the Brooklyn in me coming out. Yes, I am concerned about pickpockets still. Okay, so what I have put in here is not the sticky mat, because the sticky mat was too hard to get in there. I just put a piece of cardboard. I cut it to fit. And I actually have it in 2 pieces because I didn't want to have to bend it all up to get the cardboard out once the project was done. So I'm just going to flatten it out. And I'm using another Chalk Couture monthly club transfer. All right. So I think I'm going to put Here Comes the Sun here. Now I know that this all works together, but I'm keeping it separate. Okay. I'm putting Here Comes the Sun on the back, and then I'm going to put that on the other side, because I thought now you have a 2-sided little side messenger bag thingy. I'm sure that's the official name of it, a side messenger bag thingy. you can tell that I'm not in the fashion world. My daughter would know. My daughter actually works in the fashion industry in Manhattan. I'm very proud of her work. She is I consider it the South. I live in Lower Arkansas. There you go. Well, is that close to Mississippi? How far are you from Mississippi? And okay, forgive my ignorance of American geography. Arkansas is a landlocked state, correct? There is no ocean access from Arkansas. I'm picturing it in my head on the map, and I'm just unbelievably embarrassed that I homeschooled my kids for 20 years and I can't remember the location of Arkansas. Or how kids usually say it, Arkansas. Very cute. Arkansas. It's not Arkansas, guys. It's Arkansas. Okay, so I'm using yellow for the sun and for comes. Oh, that's not sticking down. Okay, and I'm going to use purple or blue. Which one? Ooh, I think I'm going to use all three because I can. I'm going to use purple for here. Oh, I love this purple. This purple is called Regal, and I love it. Okay, I'm using the small size squeegee. We just had a discussion a little bit ago with why they call this a small squeegee. You're not far from. Okay, I get it. Correct. No access to the ocean. I think I know that I don't have access to the ocean where I am now, but I was raised near the ocean. New York City, Long Island, we got Coney Island Beach, we got ocean pretty much everywhere. So the husband misses it more than me, and he went fishing the other day over the weekend. He was very happy to be on the ocean. Okay, so this material is kind of weird to me. It's not really fabric and it's not really plastic. It's like this vinyl. And so I heated another item like this with the iron and it worked fine. So I'm hoping that heating this with the iron is going to work fine too. I'm a little concerned because that's a little lumpy right there, and I'm concerned that it bled through where that lump is. So fingers crossed that that did not happen. I felt it when I swiped over the letter right here. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, putting the rest of that in there. And again with the ink, I'm not in such a hurry. Mississippi, M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I. It's not like one of the first words that kids are so happy to be able to spell. Okay, actually, I'm only gonna use yellow for the sun. So I'm not on a time constraint that much with the ink because the ink does take longer to dry, but I certainly don't want to belabor the issue. I don't want it to dry inside of the silk screen area, but the ink doesn't dry as quickly as the paste, so I feel okay not peeling this down. With the paste, I would peel it down and let it dry and then do the next little section, but I'm hoping that it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so now I have green, and I think that these colors kind of work for the summer. Why not? I know the green and the yellow do. Alrighty. I love these little things that you could pick up. I pick up a lot of these things from the magic of the dollar store, and you can have such fun. Imagine you don't have to invest too much, like for a kid's party, to make these as like a party favor. I'm just pressing it down because it looks like it came off of the plastic there, and I want to make sure that we're good with that. This even sounds different because it's so much on the cardboard there, which is good, which is what we want, the stability. Okay, scraping off the excess. Did I miss that little corner up here? All right, let's see how that worked. Drum roll. I hope it didn't bleed. I hope it didn't bleed. I do love the ink. I'm still too heavy-handed with the ink. I'm still learning. I don't know why. I've done dozens of these now, and every once in a while, I forget to check my fingers to make sure I'm not getting ink everywhere, which I may have done there. Let's see. Oh, look how fun that is. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm going to use this bag this weekend. I absolutely am going to use this bag this weekend. Alrighty, so this is going to have to dry. And I'm going to put this out there to anybody who's watching the replay, either here or YouTube or on the new website, thisliferedone.com. All right, I made a new sign, everybody, because I can't say that on Facebook because they'll block me because they're mean like that. So I made a sign, picked up this little paddle at the, I didn't like the way this side came out, but I picked up the little paddle for $1 at the dollar store. And so now I can just hold up my professionally made chalked sign. Professional. All right, I'm going to dry this some so I can hopefully do the other side. Now I know on this kind of material it does take a little bit longer to dry. See, it's still a little tacky. And since I have to do the other side and I don't want it to smudge, I'm going to dry it a little bit more. Tap that with my finger and see. Okay, it has a little bit of tackiness to it because, like I said, this material, the ink takes longer to dry, but I don't think it's going to smudge. I hope not. But you can see I had ink on my finger and I touched it there and there. If I were so inclined, I would put a flower over that so that we couldn't see it. We couldn't see my mistake. So I'm going to gently lay this here. So I don't want to move it around, okay? And I'm going to take this other part of the transfer, which technically, because this is another layered transfer that they sent, this would go on top of that and look really cool as well. But I want to do it in 2 separate slots because it's my own little world and I can do that. Remember Bob Ross? It's your own little world. Happy little tree. I used to love watching that guy. And he has passed away. He died. But he's had like this resurgence of Bob Ross. I see his stuff at local crafts stores and stuff. And I see Netflix has him, his episodes on Netflix. And you can, like, watch Bob Ross and his... There's no mistakes. There's no mistakes in your world. It's your world. It's where the happy little tree lives. All right, so I need the yellow for the sun, and I have the green, purple, and blue for the stripes. And of course, the handy dandy packing tape, painter's tape, is going to block off the stripes for me so as to not allow the ink to bleed onto the other little stripe that I don't want colored. Because painter's tape is a crafter's best friend. And this is like the cheap stuff too. I don't know if I got this at the dollar store, but I know that it was not the expensive. Was it? No, this was just something that we picked up. So now I'm going to do the heart, the sun. I know in some places in the country, school starts like, next week or 2 weeks, I think. We never started school until after Labor Day. When the first time I heard that people went to school in August, I was horrified. I was like, what kind of a world do we live in? Where kids have to go to school in August. Most schools around here start the week before Labor Day, except for one area that insists on having its area fair Labor Day, the week before Labor Day. So that one school in the area actually goes to school on Labor Day, after Labor Day, I should say. And in the city, they definitely go after Labor Day. Like I said, I never even heard of going to school in August. That was so bizarre to me. I was like, no, they don't. You know what the problem is with New Yorkers? We think that New York is like the center of the world. I'm not going to lie. It's very difficult for New Yorkers to think that, you know, the rest of the world doesn't respond to life the way we do. Yeah. Yeah. And I've said this before. New Yorkers are not rude. We're in a hurry. We got places to go, people to see. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so now there's no lines in there. I do see the possibility of a tiny little bubble. We shall see. I have noticed also that ink is a little bit more forgiving with bubbles, because when you peel it off, it doesn't seem to have that spreading problem that often happens with chalk. All right, so now I'm going to take new tape. I don't want to take a chance of it leaking through. So I'm going to cover up this little squiggle. And so I'm doing this because I want the colors to, like, you know, come together. I want them to match, rather. The other side, the other side had those colors on it, and I want it to be matchy. Okay, so that's covered up so that the ink isn't going to go there. And what did I have? I had purple, blue, green. So I'm going to do purple. There we go. I'm going to be very careful by my sun there. I don't want the purple to touch the sun. Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo. That is not the Beatles. Who sings that song? I can't remember. Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. It's all right. Or maybe it is the Beatles. Does the Beatles sing Here Comes the Sun? Is it do the Beatles? Does. Because they are past tense. I don't think they do sing Here Comes the Sun. How is it that I can't remember this? I don't know. What are you going to do? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. I'm concerned that that's going to start to dry. Okay, so I'm not going to bother taping that. I'm just going to be very careful because I'm concerned now that the sun, especially the rays of the sun, are going to start to dry. That will make me sad. So I will pay careful attention to all right, there's that. And the green. What I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put a tiny bit more on the rays of the sun to make it, to moisten it up a little bit. I'm going to see if maybe that will help because I'm concerned that when I peel it off, it's going to be too dry. See, it's a good thing I have all these squeegees, right? Oh, it's not dry. I can feel it in there. It's not dry at all. Get rid of the lines. Okay, so let's see how it looks because in my mind's eye, it was looking good. Let's see. That's awesome. That is awesome sauce, as the kids like to say. What kids? I don't know. They're not my kids anymore because my kids are 20 and older, 21. My baby is turning 21 next month. That's crazy. I cannot believe that we have been in Pennsylvania for almost 20 years. That's crazy. Just over 20 years. It was 20 years in January. We moved up here in 1999 during the Y2K craze. You remember that? The Y2K craze where they thought, when you have classes, do... no, not yet. The squeegees have not disappeared yet, luckily. I tend to count them out, and then I count them when I bring them back in, when I put them back. So I have not had that problem yet. That doesn't mean that I won't have that problem at some point, but I haven't had that problem yet. Okay, so I was going to put surf and sand up here. I may as well. I mean, it's like a perfect little spot to put the words. So I want to make sure it's straight. That straight. That was a big bubble there. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to I am going to do a hot mess with all the colors together. You know what? I don't think that I have ever done a hot mess with ink before. How is that possible? I don't think that I have. My nieces loved when I showed them how to do a hot mess. It's like they wanted to do everything like that. Is this too big? That's a little too big. Have you had your squeegees disappear? Mine always take legs and walk off. Oh, that stinks. I'd be like, you have to sign for them. You know, like you have to sign to receive them before we hand them out. Sorry. Thieveries. Okay, so just little dots. Have you ever done a hot mess with ink before? I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. Too late now. Hot mess is fun with paste, so why wouldn't it be fun with ink, right? Why not? This was a fun one. I thought this was going to be, you know, quick, easy peasy. Not as fun as it ended up being. I really enjoyed doing this. I did. And I have a new little bag that I can use for the rest of the summer, because summer is not over, people, even though they have school supplies out already. Okay, so taking a look, and this is what a hot mess is. So I have all of these little colors here, and I'm just going to draw this across once and then across twice. You want to be careful that you don't over scrape the paste or the ink, because what'll happen is you'll end up getting all the colors mixed up in there together. So you want to make sure you put enough paste or ink on your transfer so that when you scrape it across, it's going to cover it. You're not going to have to go back over it again and again, or else you're going to end up with one color, and with this many colors you end up with brown. So let's see if I did a good job there. Oh, that's so fun. I am very, very proud of myself here. I didn't drop any ink. I didn't smudge any ink, so we're good. Wow, that came out adorable. And this didn't smudge at all. So I'm just going to run the heat on this for a minute. Alrighty. I'm going to cover my inks while I do this. Fun was that? I absolutely love this project that I did. All right, so we have our two-sided bag. I'm gonna leave this here in case that's not dry. All right, cover up my inks. So I was saying earlier in the demo, we are doing a concert in our area. A bunch of churches are getting together to do a concert, and they got, I don't know if you listen to Christian contemporary music, but they got Josh Wilson, who is amazing. I'm so excited. He has some wonderful music and a great message, and I'm excited to be a part of this concert that we're doing. Oh, and maybe I'll wear this to the concert. How fun will that be? So check it out. All right, so I have my scarf and my Here Comes the Sun, because I am not giving up summer yet. All right, well, there we go. Is that too far? Oh, I think maybe it's too high. Maybe you guys can't even see that. All right, I'm gonna iron these so that they are completely dry and won't have a problem if they get wet. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you saw, give me some thumbs up and some likes and all that jazzaroony. Send my video out into the Facebook world. If you want to be a part of my closed group where I offer specials, and I have a great end of season sale going on right now, just let me know that you want to be part of the group. You know, you can type group, you can type VIP, you can type whatever. If you think that you might be interested in knowing about Chalk Couture as a business, I do workshops, I do home parties. It is not done like most home parties, but you can reach out to me and ask me about that. low investment, big reward. It really is, because it's so much fun to teach people how to do this. And I just love it. So thank you again for stopping by. And you all have a great night and enjoy the weekend. I'm going to do my best to enjoy the weekend. Live where you live. Check out my new website. It's a baby site. Have mercy as I try to build it up, called thisliferedone.com. Husband and I are redoing our house. We're redoing our first time here. And look, oh yes, hello. Thank you for stopping by. I am doing some Chalk Couture projects, I should say. Silk screen transfers that we use to create these awesome things. The Chalk Couture, this is ink, we have paste, we have transfers, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm usually here every night, anywhere between 8 and 9-ish. I try. So if you like what you see, I will certainly get this information out there. I am glad that everybody stopped by again, and I hope you all have a great night. All right, take care, everybody.